Thank you for joining me as we explore how to view the planning area within Living CWPP. This video is relevant to those with the viewer, collaborator, or owner roles. If needed, you can request one of these roles from any owner of the plan. From the Home tab, select View for the planning area you wish to visit. This will take you to the Overview and Tracking chapter. Select Planning Area from the left-hand menu. At the top, we have the About the Planning Area section that informs us that the planning area, or what some CWPPs refer to as the Community Base Map, is the basic boundary for a CWPP. This boundary can be any area in need of a wildfire protection plan, such as a township, fire district, or neighborhood. Planning areas are the container for areas of concern, projects, and local knowledge. The next section is the Planning Area Profile, which shows a map of the planning area, as well as details such as the planning area name, jurisdiction, planning area acres, the date the plan was created, and the date it was modified. Scroll down, and you will see the geostatistics, also called geostats, located below the map, followed by the planning area description. These data layers are also available within the maps when adding local knowledge, areas of concern, or projects, which is covered in the Reference Layers video. The data presented on the screen for each geostat is specific to the extent of your planning area. We begin on the Wildfire Hazard and Risk tab. We will start with Functional Wildland Urban Interface, also known as Functional WUI. The map shows the Functional WUI layer, and there is a legend on the right that gives you more detail on what the various colors represent. You can zoom in to see more detail of the different aspects within the planning area. Below the map is a bar chart, and when we hover over the bars, we can see the acreage that falls within each class of Functional WUI. The colors on the chart also match the colors in the legend and on the map, so we can identify the type of exposure easily. We can see that the wildfire transmission zone makes up the majority of the planning area. If needed, you can scroll down on any legend to see more information. Select the population exposed to wildfire to view that layer on the map and to view the details on the bar chart. This layer is best seen when you zoom in on the planning area. Selecting the homes exposed to wildfire shows that layer on the map, and you can view the details in the bar chart. Select the Wildfire Exposure Score to view that layer on the map and to view the details in the bar chart. Let's take a look at Landscape Characteristics by selecting the tab here. Landscape Characteristics takes us to surface fuel by default. We can see this layer on the map, and the colors on the map for surface fuel also match the colors on the bar chart. Again, we see the acreage when we hover over any bars in the chart. We also have a legend to help us identify the classes of fuel types as well. By selecting Protected Areas, we can view those details in the map and on the bar chart. When we hover over a bar in the chart, we see the acreage for that protected area type. By selecting Infrastructure, we will see those geostats. When you select fire stations, they will display on the map with a red dot. We also see the total in the card below. By selecting View All, we can view all the fire stations within the planning area. Select Schools to see the total number of schools. They are reflected on the map with a dark purple dot. When we select a point on the map, we'll see the details of the planning area, and by selecting an arrow, we can see the school's information as well. We can also select View All to see all schools within the planning area. You can close any of the cards by selecting the X. When we select cell towers, we can see the total number of cell towers. They are displayed on the map with a brown color. And we can select View All to see the companies that own the cell towers in the area. Select Power Plants to see the total number of power plants in the planning area. They are reflected in the map as orange points, which we can see in the legend. In the card below, we can see the total number of power plants, and they are listed as well. Select Transmission Lines to see the total miles in the planning area. They are reflected in the map as black lines where they occur. We can select a transmission line to view its details, which shows the planning area details first, but when we select the arrow, we can see the details for this transmission line. Next, we will select the People and Places tab. By default, we will see the 2024 population. Select Total Housing Units and you can see the total. Select Average Home Value and you can see the latest home value average across the planning area. Select Median Home Value and you can see the latest median home value. Select Average Household Income and you can see the latest average income for the planning area. Lastly, select Median Household Income and you can see the median income for the planning area. All of these items will be available within the CWPP report that can be generated as well, which is available from the Overview and Tracking page by selecting Generate as CWPP. This will save a lot of time and effort from having to manually collect, process, and create maps of this data. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out other resources at www.livingcwpp.com.